Thank you for joining me. Welcome back. Today I'm just reading on a current event, and the thing that struck my attention this week has been the Maddie McCann, the Madeline McCann, Polish girl that's come out. She's 21, I think her name's Julia, and she's claiming she may be the grown Maddie McCann. So I just want to have a little deep dive and just have a look into that to see what the cards say about it. So questions that I might look at would be, for one, I'm going to check in to make sure this is something that I can check in with and actually ask. I'm going to find out what the cards say about her claims. Maybe we may look at, if that's not the case, then we may look at, where is Maddie McCann now? Is she still alive? We may look at, I've just heard a couple of rumours regarding her parents, her people that are looking after her parents, that have maybe turned their back on her because of her claims, and just maybe have a little look into that. So yeah, we'll just see what the cards say, and anything else the cards want to tell us, we'll just go in whatever direction the cards lead us. So let's see if we can find some information out. Okay, so I'm reading from my own cards. Let me just tap into this energy, because okay, just bear with me for a moment. Okay, so we're asking on the Polish girl named Julia who claims to be Maddie McCann. Okay, so I'm asking my cards, is this something, and my spirit team, is this something that I have permission to read on? Okay, so there's lots to say on this. Lots of cards have turned out, lots to say. Yes, positive outlook. So yes, they are saying yes, and that's my yes card right there. So off the top of the pack that has come out, and there's a lot to say because lots of cards have come out. It's a positive outcome. So yes, they're telling me, and this is my yes card. So yes, they're saying I can look into this situation. Okay, so I have their support, and they're going to help me pull out the cards what they want to say about this situation. So the next question we're going to ask is, this girl, this Polish young woman, is she the grown Madeline McCann? So is it Madeline McCann all grown up and now she's living in Poland? Okay, now let's see. The cards are really coming out here. There's a lot going on here. So let's see what the cards have got to say. Right, there's a split mind, and I do understand what that is. And we're seeing we need to see the bigger picture. Okay, so there is a bigger picture to this situation. Okay, now I don't know if it's I've just got to tell you what the cards mean. I don't know if the situation, there's a bigger situation around the Julia situation or around the Madeline McCann situation. I am seeing in the middle of this spread that there's a split mind, and I do understand that, being that Julia seems to be quite confused. She really, it's like she needs help. I mean, from what I saw in the video, she needs some kind of help, but she seems to be very confused. So she doesn't know herself if she is Madeline McCann. She believes that she could be. Maybe somebody has said something to her. Maybe somebody's filled her head with something. I don't know, but I'm seeing the two cards on the flipping of the coin, so it's one way or the other. So I am tapping in right now to the energies of Julia. So I'm tapping into what's going on around her. So it's like there's a bigger picture to this, a much bigger picture, and I feel like we're going to see a lot more in the future, because I've got the crystal ball sitting right here. So we are going to be seeing more information, because that was one of my questions as well. If she does the DNA test, will we ever find out? Will it ever be released on media, or will it be covered up? But I am seeing that we are going to be seeing the bigger picture. So we are going to get to see more information on this, which is great. Okay, so yes, I've just tapped into Julia's confusion. So she seems to be legit. I'm not getting any negative cards there. She seems to be legitimately confused about the situation. She doesn't know herself. Okay, now there's something working hard in the background on this one. So I need to ask a question. Okay. Is she Madeline McCann? Is Julia Madeline McCann? Are they the same people? Okay, I need more information on that, please. Is Julia, the Polish 21-year-old girl Julia, we don't even know if that's her real age or her real name, but she's going by the name Julia. Is Julia and Madeline McCann the same person? Okay, let's just see what the cards say. Okay. Okay, I've got to be very honest with what I'm getting. Okay, first of all, I feel like it's time wasting. The card of time wasting's come out, so it may be a waste of time. Now, she does seem to have the same eye, she says, and she does seem to have some other marks that Madeline has, but I'm also getting the card here of balance of the two. So where I ask if she's the same person, the cards are saying it's two. So I feel like it could be two separate people. Now this is a card of separation. So this is a card of separation. So what it's saying is that it's two separate people. So yeah, I kind of wasn't. I wasn't expecting that outcome. When I watched the video, I thought, yeah, you know, she's got the same eye marks. She seems pretty legit, but what the cards are saying is that, yeah, could be a waste of time, and there seems to be two people, and it's a separation. Now, I just want to double check that just to be sure. And this is a card of creative expression. So, you know, like when you've got creative license on something, or, yeah, it's like somebody's taken creative license. Now, this is a card of working hard in the background, blindfolded. So, okay, so what this could be is she could be the one that's blindfolded. She doesn't know. She's confused. She doesn't know. And maybe somebody has told her that, yeah, that's you. That could be you. But she doesn't know what she's being fed. I mean, I'm not 100% sure on that one. I'm not actually tapping into really a strong energy on this one here. I'm not tapping into a strong energy here like I was here. These ones here are definitely what I'm getting a strong energy on, and that is that time wasting. Could be time. So let's just leave that time one there, and we'll go down that path, and we'll have a look what that means. We'll tap into those energies a little bit more. And this is two separate people, separation. So I'm getting that as a strong energy. Now, the question that I was just getting in my head then was time wasting. Could the time wasting be, it's been a long time, it's been a longer of time, and she is living as two people. So that lifetime was a long time ago, where she was a baby, basically, like a little toddler child. So that was a whole different lifetime ago, and it's a different lifetime. So she's led two different lives. So let me just check in to see if that's what they're talking about. That's what the cards mean. So let me just check in with your cards. When you send me the time wasting card or the time card, are you trying to tell me that she's lived two different lives? Julia has lived two. Now that's a favourable outcome on that one. Okay, favourable outcome on that one. Lived two different lives. Okay, but that also doesn't quite answer the question. I want to be very thorough here. Doesn't answer the question about that she is Madeline McCann. It could just say that she's lived different lives. And when she has that, she says she has the traumatic where she forgets, and because of the trauma that she's been through. So that could very well be how she has led two different lives because of the trauma she's been through, and then like the life she's lived. I get that. I completely understand that, where that could be that. So I do need the answer to be clearer. So I'm just going to ask for a much clearer answer. Yes, you've told me those things at the beginning where it's two separate people, but perhaps Julia has had kind of two separate lives, her life of trauma and her life that she's tried to manage, and forgetting the other stuff. Again, we're seeing the two here, and we're seeing the cleansing. So it's a cleansing. So I just have to let you know when they come out what they mean. But I really need a clear, okay, I'm going to ask, is Madeline still alive? How about that? How about we ask, is Madeline still alive? We'll go that direction, because we seem to be tapping in a lot to Julia's energy and what's going on with Julia. So let's see if we can tap into Madeline's energy. So Madeline McCann. Is Madeline McCann, please cards, please guys, is Madeline McCann still alive? Okay, I'm just waiting for one to flip on its own. So it's a very strong answer. Okay, now... okay, that's very interesting. Okay, when I see... okay, very confusing now. Now, Okay, I've got to check these because I've got to explain to you. When I see a sun in my deck, I have a deck, the yellow card that I pulled out first is my sun card. That's my yes, my definite clear-cut yes card. There's no other way. If that comes out, it's a definite yes. If my moon card comes out, which is grey and blue, it's a definite no. So what I've asked is Madeline still alive? Now, I did see the be seen card. This is called Be Seen, but it's got a sun in the top ground. It's not my absolute yes yellow sun card, but it has a sun. So maybe there's some truth in that. But it's saying something being seen. But then the death card jumps out, and the death card's normally pretty accurate when I'm asking if somebody's alive or dead. Death card comes out, it's usually that they're not alive. Okay, and we've got turmoil and cup empty. Okay, so the cup is empty, the life force is empty. So I kind of feel like, as much as I want to see Maddie grown, and I want to believe that Julia is Maddie. I really do. I want to see that she's grown and she's, you know, she has a boyfriend, she has a best friend, you know, she's living somewhat of a normal life. I really want to see that for her. The cards aren't saying it. They're just not saying it. They're saying, they've given me the death card, and now they're giving me when I've asked about Maddie. So we're tapping into Maddie's energies here. Now that the cup's drained, that cup's empty, and that's turmoil, lots of turmoil around that situation. We've got a moon. Moons to me mean no. Sun means yes. So we're getting, but like I said, they're not my definite yes or no cards. It's just showing that there's a sun and a moon in here. So maybe there is the situation's a bit broader than what we think, but the death cards come out, and I've got to say, every time that death card comes out, it's usually pretty accurate of somebody that's no longer alive. And when the cup's empty and fully drained, that also indicates somebody that's not alive. So I feel like, I just feel like I don't think it's her. I don't think it's her. I'm sorry to say, but I was really hoping it was, but I just don't. And I'm just going to check in one more time. I'm just going to ask one more time, cards, can you just please let me know if Julia and Madeline McCann are the same person? Julia and Madeline McCann are the same person. Now, you shouldn't. It's also something you shouldn't do. You shouldn't keep re-asking the same questions to your cards. You shouldn't do that. And I don't feel like I'm asking it in a different way. So we're getting guidance, more information, more out there. Okay, so there's more out there. There's more to this situation. And we did get that earlier in the read that we're going to be hearing more about this situation. There's much more to come. We're going to get some more information. So this is when, like, seeking guidance. Perhaps it's the DNA that we're going to get. So we're not going to hear the end of this situation yet. There's going to be more to it. But